Hey, what's going on? So today's episode of the USPSA 101 series is on scoring. Today we're just going to touch on minor power factor, or all you folks shooting 9mm. I'm not going to talk about major power factor at all. So, how do you get scored? How are you scored? And what is hit factor? You can think of hit factor as an efficiency rating. So, how many points per second are you scoring? So, on the target, you're going to have three different scoring zones. You look up close, you see there's an alpha, an A, a C, and a D. You also hear them called alpha, Charlie, Delta. A zones are worth 5 points, your C zones are worth 3, and Delta is worth 1. So most of the time you're going to be putting 2 rounds per target, so you can think of one target as 10 points available. And then you're going to try and score as many points per second as possible. So there is going to be a balance between speed and accuracy. The last thing you want to be doing is going super fast and only getting D-zone hits. Think of it as a percentage as well. So if there's 10 points available and you shoot 2 Ds, you got 20% of the points available. So there is going to be a balance between speed and accuracy. If you look at a lot of the top shooters out there, they're probably shooting 80% or more A zone, and C zone's the rest. A D zone for 9mm or minor power factor is about the same as a miss. If you hit a D and you can actually see that you shot a delta, pick up the shot, right? Take another shot at it and get at least a Charlie on the paper, because D zones are no penalty mics, as they say, or misses. We also have no shoots, and a no shoot is going to hurt you as well if you shoot it. A no shoot is going to be minus 10 points from your total. Definitely don't want to hit one of these guys. Most of the time, you're going to see the targets get stacked something like this. And so you're going to have to balance out your speed and accuracy, because minus 10 points, and if there's only 10 points available for this guy, it can hurt you pretty quickly. You also have steel targets, like these small poppers. These are worth 5 points each, pretty much 1 A zone per target. How is hit factor measured? And hit factor is going to be your points divided by your time. So in this example, there's 10 targets and there's 2 rounds per target. So there's 100 points available. So if you shot those and got all A zones, you got 100 points. Divide that, and let's say you did it in 10 seconds, by 10, you have a hit factor of 10. So you know how you're scored now, but how does that work over multiple stages? Well, think of it like a marathon, right? You can't win a match on one stage, so you're going to have to be consistent every single stage throughout a match. Most matches are going to be 2 to 6 stages probably at the local level. So being consistent is going to be extremely important. And the way that the scoring works in the total at the end of the match is going to be points available per stage. So in your class and division, let's say that there's 100 points available on a stage, and whoever won it or shot the highest in your division will get 100% of the points available. So if there was 100 total points on that stage, then they would get 100 points, and then everyone else, whatever percent below, is how many of those points you get. So if you shot 80% of the top guy in your division and class, you would get 80% of those points. So you would have gotten 80 points in this scenario. Over time, it's going to be extremely important for you to be consistent and to gather as many points in as little amount of time as possible. How do you score better at your next match? And all you have to do is 2 things. Go faster and be more accurate. It's that easy. So I hope you learned something on USPSA scoring, and I hope it helps you better understand at your next match how you scored and what that looks like.